guys, welcome back to Not For Nothing Homestead. Ginger here, welcome back. Whoa, I'm telling you, everything's on a hill. It looks like we're crooked, but we're not, I promise. I mean, the camera's not crooked. The hill is here. So today I'm going to tackle this bad boy back here. I have some beans that are drying on the vine. It's not the only thing I'm doing either, by the way. There's several things. But this is what we're going to cover right now. I have some beans that are drying on the vine purposefully. And then I have others that we're just eating beans and beans and beans. So I have others that now we took a little bit of a pause on the beans. So now we can pick those and we'll eat some more. I may dehydrate some of them or freeze some of them. I'm not sure. But these long beans have done so very well for us. Long beans, asparagus beans, whatever you want to call them. They have done really, really well for us. So that's what we're going to get after right this minute. I'm back. So I got it all nice and cleaned up. It looks really pretty over here. I will move these 3 windows back over there on the other side. They had started to get weeds growing up in between them. So that was a chore that started out kind of, it was cool. And, you know, as you start working, you start sweating. So I went up to the snack tree and got myself a couple of cherry tomatoes to snack on. So, oh my gosh, these things are so good. I don't know what I would do without my little, oh, I think I have more in here. There's more? I think so. They're so beautiful and delicious. I would love to share one with you. Look how pretty they are. And they're just a perfect size for a little snack as you're walking through. And you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little fatigued. I should stop and have a snack. If you can't go and sit crisscross applesauce in your garden and pick something and eat it, you need to change the way you garden. Yep. They are delicious. I love them. They're my fave. The windows that I moved them over here to weed eat over there because there were weeds growing between them. Those are actually, they're not just random windows. Why do you have random windows? If you watched our Maximize Your Cold Frame video, those are actually the windows that lay, let me get out of the way, in each section and cover the cold frame in the winter time. So to be able to utilize this in the summertime, we took the windows off and just set them back there. So I don't just have random windows laying up against things. But if you want to know how to maximize your cold frame, go watch that video. It's in our playlist. I started dehydrating the cabbage this morning. That's well on its way. I'm not done yet though. that takes about 8 to 10 hours as well. But the great thing about dehydrating stuff is that you can just put it on and then just forget it, kind of like a crock pot. Just go do something, go do 10 other things. And then when you come back, look, whoa, all this stuff is dehydrated. So I picked some really good squash yesterday out of the squash garden. And so I think I'm going to dehydrate those as well. But what I have in there now, I have the cabbage. I also put some corn and a bag of, you can dehydrate frozen vegetables. And the good thing about that is they're already blanched. Some vegetables you have to blanch before you dehydrate, some you don't. And some are on the borderline. It's, you know, your choice. It kind of, the blanching just preserves mainly the color. And I think some of the texture, but I think it's mainly just the color. But there are some that are on the border. You can if you want, and if you don't, if you prefer not to, then don't. So, and zucchini is, I think, one of those. But I don't blanch it before. Zucchini and squash, excuse me. But I don't blanch it before I dehydrate it. So, but anyways, I got back to the frozen vegetables. Wow, I got off track. Phew, where did that train go? So I had some frozen corn nuggets, and I was thinking about those ramen noodle bowls, and I was like, that spicy mix one, what does it have in it? It has corn. It has, there's a different one that I like that has peas and carrots, and just the little tiny square carrots and the little peas, you know, that you can get in the 89-cent bag, you know, the store brand of frozen peas. Those are already washed, cleaned, blanched. All you have to do is take them out, put them on a tray, dehydrate them. Hello, there you go. And you freed up some more space in your freezer, which again is what I'm trying to do, is trying to get a little more. I'm trying to preserve what's in the garden and then also free up space that is in the freezers. We have 3 freezers, you know, so trying to free up some space. Anyways, moving on to our next project. And I'm going to eat these other 2 delicious looking cherry tomatoes while we're headed over there. While I was doing the beans, at first, I was separating them. The ones that are drying, I'll put on this side, and the ones that are still good to eat, I'll put on this side. And yeah, that went away real quick because there's just too many of them. And I know you're probably asking, well, why are you pulling them now and they're not completely dry? Because the next 6 days, and I'll let you turn around and see this sky, that, but our next 6 days, there's chances of rain every day. So they're in such a good dry state now, not done, but they're getting there. So I don't want to start all over again because they would get wet. So I'm just gonna pull them, all the ones that are gonna be dry, I'm gonna use for future seeds, save those seeds. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just pulling those and I'm just gonna lay them on the counter, which I've done that before too. Just lay them on the counter. You can hang those to kind of replicate them hanging from here, and then they'll dry on their own. Okay, so I was taking you up there and I forgot to tell you about the drying of the beans. So now we're on our way. We are back in the outdoor kitchen. I had to come and make some tea because my husband and I are both almost out of tea. He doesn't like his as sweet as I like mine, so we have 2 different tea pitchers. So I also had to make some hummingbird food. You guys know that the green one, he knows he's my favorite, and I will probably just give him whatever he wants. But he is drinking the heck, he and his friends, out of just one particular feeder. So I had to fill the feeders up, and this is actually what I have left for them for the next couple of days. But what I came up here to do initially was check on the dehydrator. So my dehydrator is a Nesco. It's a 5-shelf. It's very basic. It just has an on-off switch. There's no temperature gauge. So well, I had read what was suggested is that you, like a third of the way or midway through your dehydration time, shuffle the shelves, and that'll kind of balance it out a little bit, the dehydrating. So that's what I came up to do. Everything looks really good. The peas and the carrots are looking splendid. They're looking like those little peas and carrots you see in your ramen noodle bowls. And the corn, same with the corn. The cabbage, again, is probably going to take a little bit longer because it's a little bit thicker in some spots. I tried to shave it as much as I could to stay with the same width, but those, you know, the white pieces that are kind of closer to the core, those are, I mean, I didn't do the core, obviously, but the little white pieces, they're a little bit tough, a little bit thicker. So those are probably going to take a little bit longer. So I'm going to get done making tea for everybody so they all have, we're all completely hydrated, and then we're going to get back to chores. I'm going to pull all of the cucumbers. They're all going. You know, we've got flowers galore. This is what I'm getting. Okay, so it's not worth the real estate. So better that I go ahead and pull, get this soil over here back to par. Maybe recondition it a little bit. I think that's going to be a better use of my time and water. I do have squash still coming on. I mean, they've hit like a second stride like no man can. So I was like, okay. I have decided that I am actually going to leave the squash. They have hit a second stride, and they're still producing good size squash. So I'm excited about that, and I'm like, okay, you go, boys. Let's keep doing it. But the cucumbers, I've got pickling and regular slicing, and they'll have to go. But this is the squash. So in here I have 2 babies back there, which that second one is actually kind of big. This one is a little bit yellowing, so don't pay any attention to that one. There is a squash back there that I probably could go ahead and pick here pretty soon. I like them young and tender. This guy, I'm not sure if just the heat has gotten this side or what today, because he was okay this morning. And then I have here, I have at least two babies. Yeah, I've got 2 babies here. So again, I'm just gonna let the squash keep going because I like that idea, especially since I can dehydrate some. I've eaten a lot, fried a lot, did some raw in salads. I really like yellow squash, and again, I like it when it's young. I like to pick them when they're young and they're tender, and their flavor is better, I think. So that's for the squash. The cucumbers gotta go. They gotta go. All the cucumbers. Now I was gonna do that when I pulled the other garden. But I just didn't have the heart to do it right then. I couldn't. So now I'm doing it. I'm just gonna, again, rip another Band-Aid off. And that is the next thing I'm going to do. I'm gonna put you down up here, and I'm gonna get after all that stuff down there. I'm all tapped out for the day. Yep, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm tired. I'm tired of working out here. Somebody cut me, so I'm bleeding, and I say somebody, I'm sure it's one of the cucumber limbs, and that was probably like, what, 30, 45 seconds in video land, but in my world, it was a lot longer than that, and one of them actually took a chunk out of me. So sad to see them go, but gonna condition that soil and get that ready for the next thing that's gonna go up there, and it'll probably be something that obviously needs a trellis. We are gonna open the back end of that little garden area that we have fenced in. We're gonna open that back end and take it down even further. So the next thing that goes in there is going to have a long row. This is not as long as I would like it, but we took care of a lot of the issues for why we stopped it. There were issues beyond stumps, just a lot of stuff down there. That's all been handled now, so that's all gonna get extended, so that'll be good. Still have the corn, peas, and carrots and cabbage dehydrating, and I'll put that picture in if I get this all edited and it's all done. I'll put it in a jar and show it to you like I did the peppers, so that'll be pretty neat. Then I'm gonna make like a whole little bowl, and we'll do our own little ramen noodle bowl with veggies. I like the ones with veggies for sure. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and like on your way out. Oh, update on the friend garden. Wow, we've got lots of friends in the garden. Lots. But if you want your name in the garden, don't forget to drop me a comment and tell me what vegetable you want, and I will name it after you. So I've got, hang on. So I ran back to the house to get all the tags. So we've got Cindy Brussels. We have John Carrots. We have Steffi Corn. We have Julie Broccoli. Kelly Beans. She's a string bean anyways. And Megan Spinach. So look at all the friends in the garden. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to plant the fall garden. Now see, now everything's brightening up. Oh, I don't want to lose anybody. Ah! Okay, so that's the friend garden so far. So don't forget to put your name in. Tell me what you want me to plant. And I'll name it after you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for coming along to do some more work. Sweat a little. We did a lot. We got a lot of good stuff done today. Making progress. So give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care and God bless. The carrots, the peas, the corn. Gosh, hello. Took a time out there for a second. Corn, peas, and why is it bugs want to attack me when I'm filming? Arrgh!